Okay. So 4-1, so here's our chart of accounts in the book, and I wish you could see the whole thing, the whole page of this. Wish it would be better. Um, I'm working on a solution for that. Hopefully I'll have something done in the next few days. But you can see how all the accounts are grouped together. So you've got assets. So everything that's an asset is listed in the 100s. And they're grouped together in assets. Everything that's a liability, under liabilities, owner's equity, you've got revenue over here in the 400s, and expenses in the 500s. So what we're supposed to do with 4-1 to start is identify what classification each one of these accounts is. So our first one is accounts payable, supply mart. So it tells you it's an accounts payable. So you can look on your chart here and you find accounts payable. Here it is under liabilities. So we'll put a click here for liabilities. I think probably you could get the picture of how this is going to work out now. Your accounts receivable. So look over here for accounts receivable. Assets. So put that under assets. Now hopefully this is all starting to click with the assets equals liabilities and owner's equity. And you already know the things that go under liabilities. Okay, so now I've got another accounts payable. That's a liability. Another accounts receivable. Another asset, or accounts receivable asset. Miscellaneous expense. So this word right there should tell you what that's going to be. That's going to go down here under expenses. So click that one. Then our insurance expense down here. Prepaid insurance. Prepaid insurance, that's an asset. Remember, that's something that you have the balance of that you can turn in for a refund for money. So prepaid insurance is an asset. Then we've got the owner's drawing account. So that's going to go, remember, we've got our account for owner's equity. So the drawing account, owner's drawing account goes into owner's equity. Get cash. Cash and all is always an asset. We've got sales. You're not sure where that goes, look back over here on your chart of accounts. Sales, revenue. Money that comes in is revenue. Sales, supplies. Remember what side of the equation that's on. It's under assets. So supplies is an asset. The next one down, supplies expense. That word right there should give you the clue on that one. Down here under expenses. Auto expense, another magic word. Under expenses. Then we've got the owner's capital account. Owner's capital, so that's going to go here under owner's equity. And then we've got the rent expense. That goes here under expenses. So hopefully you got all that. If not, you'll have to come back to the video and get that one. So we'll grade step 1. Or here, I'll just save. I'm going to save and continue. Okay. Why did it not move on? Why is it not moving on to the next step? Continue. Well, maybe I got to grade it. Come on, let me move forward. We got some answers here. We'll grade step 1. Now maybe it'll let me go forward. Okay. It's starting to get annoying now. Continue without saving. Next step. Okay, here we go. All right, so now we've got all of our accounts, and we've got to assign these account numbers. And you see, if you still have your chart of accounts up here. So we've got our assets. Those are all going to be in the 100s. And these, these are not in order. So we're going to have to put these in numerical order. So if you look on your accounts, cash is always the first account. So cash is going to be 110. So we'll go to our drop-down menu. Cash is 110. And the next one down, it says petty cash. Look at our list. There's no petty cash. So we don't have anything to number there. So now we've got accounts receivable. So our accounts receivable is going to be next. And since there was no petty cash, that means we don't skip number 120. Don't skip 120. We're still going to use that number. And then if we do get a petty cash, then it would be numbered somewhere between 110 and 120. So our first accounts receivable is going to be 120. Our next one, because we've got 2 of them, is 130. So after accounts receivable, we've got supplies. So supplies, that's going to be 140. Last one is prepaid insurance. So that's going to be 150. Then we've got liabilities. Those are going to be in the 200s. And we got a 210 and a 220. And these are going to be listed alphabetical. So our alphabetical one, so Anoka is listed first. It's going to be first. So they get the first number, they get 210. And Supply Mart gets 220. Then we've got owner's equity. So the capital account is going to be the first one, 310, drawing 320, income summary 330. So we have no income summary on here, so we just need the capital account. So there's it. It is. It's 310, drawing 320. And our sales, so it's sales 410. And our expenses is something else that's alphabetized. So this one shows advertising. There's no advertising account here, but we do have Auto A, so that's going to be first anyway, so that's going to be 510. So there's C's. We have any C's? No C's. Let's look through what's next. So what's next is I for insurance. So that's going to be 520. And we've got M, S, and R. So M comes before those two. So it's going to be 530. R is going to be 540. Supplies, 550. All right. That takes care of that. We got all these right off of there. Great. Step 2. Next step. Okay, so in this one, we're going to start a new account. So postage cost is miscellaneous expense. We found the amount for each month has become a major expense, and you're going to separate postage into its own account as a postage expense. Also, a new account for utilities is going to be added. So we're going to add a postage account and a utilities account. Like I said, they are alphabetized. So postage, we look up at our accounts. So postage comes after M. And the next account number we have is for rent. So the P between the M and the R. So we're just going to make that. So it's 530 and 540. We'll make that 535. So that's why there's that range of numbers between each account. So if something new gets added, we can stick that in there. So 535, and then utilities account. S is the last one in the alphabet on here. So U comes after the S, so that's going to be, the last one's 550. So utilities account is going to be 560. And then we've got a blank ledger where it wants us to open a cash account. So in this one, what is the value entered on location 1? It's going to be cash. This is going to be a cash account. Let me make sure. Yep, cash. So cash goes into box 1, and then for our account numbers, remember cash is always account 110, plus we have it up here, 110. So value entered in location 2 for their cash account 110. So grade that. Everything looks good. Got check marks everywhere. Total score 5 out of 5, so 100%. And that's it for the work together. So let me stop the video here.